He laughed when he left. That's the sound I still remember. Not the slamming door, not the words he spat about how I was too consumed by our dying son. No, it was that laugh, the kind that said he'd already won. They left together, hand in hand, my husband and my sister. He took the car, the savings, even my wedding ring from the nightstand. I was too numb to chase them. My boy, Liam, was asleep in the next room, tubes and monitors humming. I remember staring at his small hand, thin, trembling, and thinking, they left us to die. Once I loved him. I met Daniel in college, the kind of man who filled a room without trying. My sister, Evelyn, adored him from the start. I thought it was admiration. Turns out, it was rehearsal. He'd bring her flowers sometimes, said they were from both of us. I never questioned it. I trusted them. Trust. That brittle, dangerous thing. When Liam got sick, Daniel started coming home later. Work, he said. I believed him, because I needed to. Then, one night, his phone buzzed while he was in the shower. A message preview glowed on the screen. She'll never know. I love you. The contact name? Evelyn. I didn't confront him that night. I waited. I watched. He began taking business trips. I tracked the miles on his car. He claimed he was in Boston, but the odometer told a different story. 80 miles exactly. The distance to Evelyn's apartment. When I finally told him I knew, he didn't deny it. He smiled. You were always better at pity than passion, he said. I deserve to live. He walked out 3 days later, leaving me and Liam in a house full of ghosts and unpaid bills. The hospital took what little we had left. I scrubbed floors to keep the lights on. People whispered, pitied, prayed. I worked, I waited, I buried my pain under bleach and calluses. Liam survived, barely. They said it was a miracle, but I knew it wasn't. It was will, his and mine. 15 years, that's how long it took to rebuild a life. I studied at night while he slept, became a nurse, then a hospital administrator. Quiet power, that's what I wanted. The kind that didn't announce itself, but rearranged rooms when it entered. Meanwhile, Daniel and Evelyn bloomed publicly. Charity galas, glossy photos, a power couple in the city's magazines. I watched from the sidelines, not out of longing, but out of study. Every empire falls when its foundation rots. I started with information, tax records, property holdings, business partners. Daniel had expanded into real estate. Sloppy, greedy. His firm cut corners, forged permits, buried evidence. I didn't have to destroy him. I just had to let the truth breathe. So I fed it oxygen. A copy of a falsified document sent anonymously to an investigative journalist. A trail of transactions to a public watchdog. A quiet call to an auditor. Each piece small and deliberate, like setting dominoes with trembling patience. Then I waited for gravity. The collapse came slowly, beautifully. Fraud allegations, asset freezes, eviction notices. Evelyn's charity exposed as a shell company. When they reached out, broke, desperate, I knew the moment had come. They didn't know, of course, that the company poised to buy their foreclosed home belonged to me, a different name, a quiet trust fund, a woman they'd both erased. So when I got the invitation to catch up, I went. The restaurant was the same one where Daniel proposed to me. Poetic symmetry, really. Evelyn looked older, brittle under her foundation. Daniel had that hollow look, the kind of emptiness that comes from losing something you thought you owned forever. You look, well, Evelyn said. Her smile cracked around the edges. Daniel smirked. Still working those hospital jobs? I leaned back. Something like that. He chuckled, bitter. We saw your son's name once, some rehab donation thing. Shame about what happened to him. I let the silence stretch. Then, softly, I said, "What happened to him?" Daniel blanked. "Didn't he die?" I finished. "No." And right then, the door opened. Liam walked in, taller than his father, steady, alive. The scar on his neck barely visible beneath his collar. He looked at me first, then at them, calm, controlled. "Mom," he said, "are these the people you wanted me to meet?" Their faces drained color. Evelyn's glass slipped from her hand. Daniel's mouth moved, but no sound came. I smiled. "Yes, darling, these are the ones." We didn't need to say more. I left enough money on the table for my coffee, walked out with Liam beside me. Behind us, silence, the kind that crushes. They had spent 15 years laughing, building castles out of stolen bricks. And I had spent 15 years sharpening my silence. Now, I carry peace. They carry the echo of my footsteps. Justice doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers your name as it walks away.